The African Cup of Nations is the hottest cup is going on right now. Unai Emery, what you doing? How can you bench the man who is on farm coming to this game? 6 goals, 5 assists, Leon Chippy Bailey. Yeah man, good morning to everyone, welcome back to the Morning Insider. Yeah, people, oh my god, I faced some challenge, yesterday morning around, the 5:30 a.m., doing the Morning Insider, Tuesday morning. Yeah, I faced some challenge, man. It was tough, really tough, after I finished record the video before I go out to work, then I started to, edit and take out some stuff. Then I realized that there's a whole lot of stuff is happening with the audio, and I didn't have time to stay back and reproduce back the video. But you don't know, another day, Wednesday morning, me there again, give thanks, give thanks as, drinking my cup of tea again, 5:30 in the morning, man. It's really good, some ginger lemon, one of my favorite. I'm working it right now, but yeah, I have some things to go through. You don't know, I supposed to talk about Darren Moore yesterday, when he got sacked over the weekend, when he drew that game, at Queen's Park Rangers Stadium, forgot what that stadium name. Yeah, but Darren Moore have gotten sacked, from Huddersfield, as Huddersfield is down there in the relegation battle in the championship, yeah. And he only played, he only managed 23 games and only won 3 of those games, and he drew 11 and lost 9 of those games, that out of the 23. Remember Darren Moore, when the Baggies, West Brom, have got relegated, from the Premier League, he was the man, taking over from, I don't remember who was the coach at that time. I don't know if it was Tony Pulis or Sam Allardyce, but yeah, it was one of those managers, and he took over from them after they get relegated, and he went down with them in the championship, and he got sacked when the club was in 4th position, yeah. And it was a very disturbing one at that time, because 4th place in the championship, you're automatically in that playoff spot. You're just a few spots down, from that automatically Premier League spot. But nevertheless, but yeah, he went down to League One, and took that job, at Sheffield Wednesday, and he got them back to the championship, yeah. And right after, that final game at Wembley where they won, the playoff game, there's some disagreement between him and the board, the Sheffield board, and they decided to part ways, and then that's how he ended up, at Huddersfield. Now he's a manager vacant, looking for a next job to take up, yeah. But move on, again from that, I think there's a regular international, I think right now the keeper that keep in the 2019 World Cup for us, I think her name is Schneider. Yeah, she signed for Chicago, Red Star, that coached by Lorne Donaldson in that NWSL. Also, Oxford United drew with Portsmouth 2-2, the league leaders for League One. Yeah, you don't know, Oxford is Greg Lay team. West Arden, Millwall have drew, with Preston North End at home 1-1. West Arden team, Millwall having won in the last 4 games in our competition. But, the player is playing really good. I think he have scored 3 goals so far, in the championship. Greg Lay is another player, wing back. He also playing really good for Oxford, down there in League One. Jamal Lowe team, Swansea City have lost 3-1. Jamal Lowe is out. He got injured, not this weekend, I think it was on the 20th of January when they played Southampton. I think they got 2-1, he got injured, so he's nursing a muscle strain. He will be back on February the 19th, yeah. But Coventry also, have Casey Palmer and Joel Latibody. Joel Latibody came on, and played midfield for Coventry, yeah. One of his teammates got injured in the 12th minute. Casey Palmer only played 58 minutes of that game. As you know, Coventry is in that last spot in the EFL Championship. So now, if the EFL supposed to break and it's playoff time, Coventry will be in that playoff as the 6th. But that's it. That's it for Look Ready Boys news. I'm so disappointed I didn't get to do a morning inside yesterday. But I'm here, big up to Arnett Garden. Kyle Dixon scores first goal of the season for the Junglers, debut goal for the Junglers. Arnett Garden, they won in the complex, beating struggling Harbourview, in that Monday night fixtures. And Morgan for Tivoli got a brace. Tivoli beat Veer United 2-1 at the complex also. So the JPL is getting into that last stage where teams are fighting. Lima yet to come off the mark with 3 points. So a whole lot of things is going on down there, man. But let's sip some of my lime tea, man, as it's so good. It's so delicious, man. Yeah, people, So, the African Cup of Nations, man. Look, man, if you haven't watched the African Cup of Nations, you guys need to go and watch the African Cup of Nations. It's the hottest thing right now on planet Earth, The African Cup of Nations is the hottest cup is going on right now. It and the Asian Cup. These two continental cup, these are some of the least favorable, watch. Not saying watch, because these two continents are the biggest continents, on Earth. The Asian continent and the African continent. These two, this huge. But what I must say in terms of streaming, not many people watch these two cup competition over here on the Western Hemisphere. But I must say I'm living it and I'm watching it. I'm watching. When I can't watch a game live, I go back and watch the full length of highlights in it, But I must say, the #1 African team in the world, Morocco, is out. Bafana, wonderful free kick, man, from Mokena in the 95th minute, But that goal that they scored, I think is Mokopa, scored that goal to give them that 1-0 lead. It was actually went back to VAR, but it wasn't offside. It was on offside. It was really on. That ball, wonderful ball that slid him to the striker. But Hakimi missed a penalty to go 1-1. Hakimi missed that dreadful penalty as he gave the ball a sky high budgie. I mean, the ball hit the bar and flew over. But and then Amrabat got a red card. Amrabat got a red card, so they finished the game with 10 men. But Morocco, long drought for the African Cup of Nations, have continued. It's 48 years. 1976 was the last time Morocco have won the African Cup of Nations. Long time that ago. But Bafana, is through to the quarter final, and they would look to repeat as what they did in 1996. To win that African Cup of Nations, but it's going to be really tough, But South Africa, they never beat Morocco in their last 5 games. Many people have South Africa as an underdog team. In this game, Morocco played a whole lot of football, but what I must applaud South Africa with, they sit tight, they play that transition game, and they defend for their life. But Morocco team is really good, but Morocco have dealt some big injury blow in that last group stage game against Zambia. Boufal and Hakim Ziyech is out. Ziyech is the one that got that goal to bring them through to the round of 16. Against Zambia, but he picked up an injury, and him and Boufal is out. So Bafana will play the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde. Cape Verde is still unbeaten in the tournament, So that game going to be a cracker. But next game that played today is Mali versus Burkina Faso, This is Mali's first time in the quarterfinal since 2013, But Mali will go on to face the host, the Elephants, Ivory Coast, as they call themselves, Cote d'Ivoire. But that game going to be a big game, But I must say, Burkina Faso missed some really good opportunity in this game, where they could have hurt the Mali team. But Mali took their chance, and they win the game 2-1, and they are through, and they're going to play the host country. But I must say the round of 16 games for the African Cup of Nations will look like African. So the African Cup of Nations quarterfinals, February the 2nd, Nigeria will play Angola. Cape Verde just said it. The Blue Sharks will play Bafana February 3rd, and Mali versus Cote d'Ivoire on February 3rd, and DR Congo will play Guinea on February 2nd. So my favorites, look, they let back Ivory Coast in the tournament. Yeah, Senegal slipped up big time. Senegal slipped up big time. As Senegal scored that goal, Diallo scored that goal in the opening 5th minute, of the game, and Senegal sit way too deep in that game for me. They sit way too deep, as when the surge start to come, Cote d'Ivoire brought on, the players and Ngara, Hallier, players who were ill, who were injured, and they came back as a fresh, brand new players in the squad. Senegal could not find gear 2 as they sit too deep for too long in their saddle, as they were trying to, each time they start to, start back engine, it just won't happen. They created a few opportunities, but they couldn't got that goal, but Ivory Coast, I said, wonderful pressure penalty kick, from Frank Kessie, as the man is the president, yeah, as they call him in Rome, El Presidente. But so we're going to talk about the 2 games, that played today in the Asian Cup. Mancini versus Jurgen Klinsmann. As you know, Mancini is a Saudi Arabian coach, assisted by Yaya Toure, and Jurgen Klinsmann, is the coach of South Korea. This game, really good game. This game finished 1-1, but the penalty shootout was crazy. The South Korean keeper, he came up as the hero for the team. But I must say, Saudi Arabia have created so many opportunities in this game. I saw, when Yaya Toure was actually talking to the player, just before he came on, in the 45th minute. And as he came on the pitch, he scored a goal in the 47th minute of play. But Cho, the South Korean, he got that goal in the 99th minute of play. That's crazy. So many late goals. I talk about it. The late shows, the late drama. These games will let you catch heart attack. I'm so happy I'm not from these countries that conceding these late goals, as it will be devastated for me. But South Korea, they haven't really playing that well, in the group stage. They dropped points with Jordan and Malaysia. They drew those games, But South Korea, they're looking like a real team now. I'm going to play a clip of both managers, Jurgen Klinsmann and, Roberto Mancini. I'll play that clip really soon. But in the extra time, that last 30 minutes where they got to go on to play before they go on to penalty, man, South Korea could have easily won this game. They got 2 big opportunities, just before the second half of the extra time. They got 2 big opportunities, some misunderstanding between Young-min Son and Kwang and them, in the box, but they still managed to pull it off. But, I'm going to go ahead, and play those clips. So listen to the clips right now of Jurgen Klinsmann and Roberto Mancini.
No, apologize for this, because I thought it was finished. Only for this. I didn't want to miss respect from anyone. And about this, I think that I want to say thank you all my players for what they did. They are improved a lot. I am very happy for this. I am very sad because, when you lose a penalty shoot and you concede a goal in the last minute, because I don't understand 10 minutes extra time. But I am very happy because we, as a team, we improved a lot. Some players improved a lot. We worked 1 month together, and this was really important. Now we are a team. It's clear that we have to improve more, because if we want to play in this level, because if we want to win, we have to play against this team, we have to work more.
We had the pleasure to play Roberto in Saudi Arabia in September in Newcastle friendly game. And what Roberto did in these few months is exceptional. How he transformed the Saudi Arabian team into a very, very strong side. So I knew this will be a very difficult game. We knew that. We made the mistakes. We were too passive in the first half. And Saudi Arabia was the better team in the first half. And then I made some changes second half, and we talked about it in the halftime. And then we raised the tempo. We raised the rhythm. But we knew this will be a very, very difficult game against a very good Saudi Arabian team. So we are happy.
Yeah, so you can hear it there, Jurgen Klinsmann is very confident, Roberto Mancini, it's a little apology, sorry, he put that win, behind him, and it's hard on him. But I'm going to go on. Uzbekistan, not a surprise, beat Thailand 2-1. These teams, Uzbekistan, I didn't know these teams really is that good at football. I know Uzbekistan and these teams, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, all these teams at the stand, they're good at wrestling, and stuff like that. But yeah, they have beaten, Thailand. Thailand always have good team. Thailand have good football league. So many players from the Reggae Boys, from Jamaica make the transition into Southeast Asia, But that's it, for the Asian Cup that played yesterday, So the games, that, will play today, later, Iran will play Syria. Yeah, Iran, that going to be Iran is a really good team. I think Iran have made the last 2 World Cups now. I think so. I think Iran have made the last 2 World Cups. But look, Japan, they're not going to have it easy. Japan is a favorite. They will play Bahrain later. I think the first match will be at 11 today, Eastern time. So Bahrain and Japan will be the first game. That game played 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, and Syria will play Iran at 11 a.m. That's how that will be the last. So that's the last few games leave before they move on to the round of 6 to the quarterfinals. So any one of those teams winning both games, they will advance and play themselves in that quarterfinal. As you know, Qatar will play Uzbekistan. Yeah, Uzbekistan will look to go for the semi-final for the first time, but it won't be easy against the host nation. Also, big match in the quarterfinals, Australia versus South Korea. That's going to be a cracker. February 2. Tajikistan versus Jordan is the next quarterfinal game. So guys, that's it for the Asian Cup. Moving on to the English Premier League. Arsenal have got their ways over Nottingham Forest for the first time, in 3 games at the City Ground. Arsenal very, very frustrated first half from the Gunners. Too much sideways passing. It's like I'm watching the same game that Arsenal played, against Fulham and West Ham, the 2 London clubs that they dropped fully 6 points on. And I was like wondering to myself, is Arsenal, going to drop points again against Nottingham Forest, a ground that they struggle against, coming at Nottingham Forest on a Tuesday night, cold, windy, in the UK. I must say, I applaud Mikel Arteta to round up his troops, and they come out and play an excellent second half as they move the ball a little bit more quicker. Gabriel Jesus, but both goals, I think, could have easily, corrected, especially the second one that Bukayo Saka scored. Matt Turner need to cover his near post, and the Gabriel Jesus goal, he need to take control and govern his aerial presence in around his box. But probably I see why, Mikel Arteta let him go. But, Nottingham Forest also want to get rid of him because he's not really good at his feet. He's a very shot blocker, but he's not good. But Taiwo Awoniyi, the Nigerian, got a cancellation goal, tried to bring back the surge for Nottingham Forest, but it was a little too late, But, the depth of Arsenal bench, in that game, it's remarkable because when you look at the Arsenal team, the bench, I tell you the changes that Mikel Arteta, so he took Smith Rowe off and brought on Kai Havertz. Trossard came on for Jesus. Eddie Nketiah came on for Martinelli. Jorginho came on, for Odegaard, and Kiewa, the Polish centre-half, came on for Alexander Zinchenko. Arsenal have more than enough depth on the bench, but the thing is, do they have the quality to challenge Manchester City and Liverpool in the title race? I don't think so as yet. Seeing these games in the first half. You need to get teams off your shoulder as fast as possible in the Premier League, because the quicker you can score, you get the team more relaxed. You get the opponent team come out of their shell and try to attack more. As you know, when teams come up against Arsenal, teams sit way deep. As you know, come on, Gunners, let's break us down. But yeah, moving on. Unai Emery, what you doing? How can you bench the man who is on farm coming to this game? 6 goals, 5 assists, Leon Chippy Bailey. The man came on and changed the game completely for Aston Villa. He came on around the 68 mark, right there between 60 and 62 minutes. And when he came on, Aston Villa is a different team. Aston Villa is a total different team, but I don't know, but Aston Villa have lost the game, 3-1 at home. I think that's their first home defeat of the season in the Premier League. Not many teams go to Villa Park and won. I must say, I think I have something, to say. I think this is, I think Newcastle haven't beat Aston Villa at Villa Park Arena since last time 2013. Last time I checked, that's a very impressive home record against the Magpies. But Fabian Schär, the Switzerland centre half, almost scored an hat-trick. The first time it almost happened in English in the Premier League era. A defender to score, a centre half to score an hat-trick. But I must give Eddie Howe a lot of applaud in this game. He pressed Aston Villa right from minute 1 to the end of the game. They played with a lot of energy. That young midfielder, who just signed a contract, Louis Miley, really good midfielder. Locked up those with the young players, especially homegrown players, wanting to fight for the two armies. But Newcastle is making a surge. In Newcastle, next couple of their fixtures, they have a rough couple of fixtures before this game, but players are coming back. The fixtures are getting much easier. Playing against teams that down near the bottom half of the table. Coming up against relegation teams, it won't be easy. As you saw what Luton Town did, beat Brighton 4-0, blank them. Who expect that? No one expect that. But fixtures, they will play home at St James Park to Luton Town, travel away to City Ground to face Nottingham Forest, play home to the Cherries, Bournemouth, and they will travel to the Emirates to play Arsenal, and then they play the FA Cup away to Blackburn at Ewood Park, and then they will play the Black Cats Wolves at St James Park, and then they will play, the big bad West London team, Chelsea, at Stamford Bridge, and also going south of London, Crystal Palace, and then they will play at home, to West Ham. So that's the fixtures right there from now until the end of March, for Newcastle. Some winnable games, and still will be some very tricky games coming up for the Magpies, But Leon Bailey have created 5 opportunities in this game in the space of 30 minutes. 5 opportunities they have created in this he created in this game. I just don't know, man. Like, Unai Emery threw away the game big time. Aston Villa have controlled the most possession of the ball. Aston Villa have more than 700 passes in the game. Newcastle not even have 300 passes. As Newcastle just press, sit deep, that semi-press. They played an excellent counter-attacking game today. They don't go full-blown press, but they creep up on the Aston Villa team and close down the space, and that's what they did really well. And look, Eddie Howe and Unai Emery speak after the game, so listen to what both managers have to say.
Well, Unai, it's a rare defeat at home. What didn't quite connect for you within your squad tonight?
Good evening. First, congratulations for Newcastle, because they are a good team and they played 2 nights really being successful in their performances against us in their game plan. And the first half we didn't control of the game like we wanted, but obviously at the beginning was because they were playing well, and we had to accept second half changed a little bit, and when we scored the goal, we had some chances as well to try to get it then, be close, being or trying to score the second goal and try to draw. But we had to accept that at the end of the match, I spoke with the players. I told them I am very proud of them. After a lot of matches, we were being successful here, and one loss, one day or another day, has to come, and was today. But we are not lost in our perspective, and the next message, of course, for us is move on, keep going ahead, and try to feel comfortable as well. The work overall we are doing.
That's the first I heard of it. I was like, oh, good goal for Jacob, and obviously not, but made the big difference to the game. We needed that third goal.
You went straight over to him on the full-time whistle. What pleased you about his performance tonight?
Well, I think when you see how hard he's worked, he's been out injured, and he's a huge loss for us, dislocated shoulder. He worked really, really hard to get back, and in just about a week he's played 70 minutes and then a 90 minutes. His professionalism is top draw. He's a very, very good player. We've really missed him. So I was just delighted with how he had looked since coming back, and that's all down to the hard work he's put in.
And this was a...
Yeah, so we're going to move on. Crystal Palace, have came back twice to beat Sheffield United at home. Brereton Diaz, the Sheffield man, the ex-Blackburn man coming over from Villarreal, the English-Chilean striker scored back-to-back in his first two games, for Sheffield United, but it wasn't enough. Eze and Olise steal the show in South London over Sheffield United. Both players came off injured, some worrying signs, some worrying face when you look on the Crystal Palace bench. Ryan Adjetson, man, I don't know. This is last season. Like, I think he needs to go and just relax, enjoy time with your wife, family, kids, everything, man. Leave the football now, man. You have done your dues. You have paid all your dividends and everything in football already. But great when came back 2 times to beat Sheffield, Luton Town, Blank, Brighton. Joao Pedro, the Brazilian, came off injured in that game also. But Adebayor, not Emmanuel Adebayor. Adebayor, the Luton Town striker, has scored an hat-trick in the game. Wonderful performance from Rob Roberts, man. But the next game, Fulham have played Everton at Craven Cottage. Marco Silva have spoke, about his team is not clinical enough. I mean, Everton have created 5 opportunities. Fulham have created 5 opportunities. I see why Fulham is going out there. They need a striker. As you know, Jimenez is not playing up to standard right now. The Mexican is not scoring goals. I don't know. The Mexican is not scoring goals. He is not playing well. But let's see what Fulham going to do if they're going to go out and sign. They're interested in the Chelsea player, Armando Borja. They're looking to get him on loan with an option to buy around 25 to 30 million. But I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Salute.